Well, I want to try some quick video creation with no editing. I'm hoping that I can just do this on the fly because I've been, putting off getting involved in this YouTube scene for a week now since I first found out about it and saw a couple of videos that got my juices flowing. And this one here, I want to talk about a pet peeve. I hear an argument constantly. That's not a good word. I often hear the argument that science can't prove anything, and, nothing is for sure. And I've done my own, bit of research as far as reading some. Anyone read the book called Things I Believe But Cannot Prove? And they just ask all the eminent scientific minds and other people, things that they believe and can't prove. And it's very clear that people who practice the scientific method regularly and apply it as part of their living, they realize that, by definition, science is not going to prove anything. That, it's a building process from observation to hypothesis to testing to theory to testing to something that they'll give the title of law to. What I don't like is when we all get around to admitting and or agreeing that nothing is going to be proven, meaning there's no chance that it's wrong, it'll never be disproven, it'll never be contradicted by science or anything else. So what? For that to take more than 120 seconds for people to agree upon is silly. The people that won't move off it think they're giving away some great high ground to say that you can't prove. But I absolutely have been reading. There are scientists that still believe things are going to be disproven that we're counting on now, or at least added to and or revised. My point is, let's get back to reality here, which is belief is very important. And how easy a person believes and how hard it is to convince a person to take a position, that speaks to that person, to his skepticism, maybe to his reasoning skills and abilities. But the sooner everyone agrees that life is, you are going through your life based on your beliefs. And I'll pose an interesting question at the end of this video, and I have a personal goal not to let my videos get long. Better to break them up and put them out there in smaller pieces that people can comment on. So here's the point of this video. The fact that nothing's going to be proven beyond a shadow of doubt, and we'll be able to prove something to the extent that there's no chance that it would ever be contradicted or ever changed. That's not possible. It's not possible. And then the next thing is, so what? So the real discussion, the real things that matter are, at what point is something so supported, so well substantiated, so thoroughly tested, by personal experience, right? Just actually going out and doing something, supported anecdotally, supported historically, sheer weight of evidence. How much do you need before you file something away as a useful fact, as a solid deal? I believe it, and you believe it to the extent where you begin to practice your daily life, and the actions you take, support the fact that you believe it. That's what the real debates are about, and we'll go from there. We'll question how credulous something it can be, and how easily people swallow things and whatnot. But that old argument, I hear it primarily, I guess, from creationists going after science, saying it's not a fact. Guys, let's just give that point, and then press on and say, okay, but what causes you to count on your alarm clock to go off in the morning, and what makes you think that falling from too high a height is going to hurt you? When do you move on to the next step? So that's pet peeve number one. Stop arguing over that thing, cede the point, and move on.